is a microcosm for a much larger truth. And the larger truth is that clean energy is cheaper. Anytime, and that sounds controversial, so I got to explain. Anytime you can meet your mobility needs, your heating needs, your electric needs, without burning fossil fuel, is a time that you can meet your mobility needs, your heating needs, your electric needs, without paying for fossil fuel. It's really pretty awesome. And that's the reason why we've seen this huge explosion in investment. It's why you see all the wind turbines down in Illinois, all the solar farms. It's because people are acting out of their own economic self-interest to do something that is good for the environment. It's why Lion Electric has already sold almost 600 buses to school districts around the country who are sitting there saying, yes, I want to make a difference in the planet, but I also would like to not have to pay for gasoline. And what you've been manufacturing since 2016, so you've got the proof of the pudding, you know what that is. But to be clear, and I think if I've got it right, this is going to be the largest medium and heavy duty, did I say this right? You got it right? Largest medium and heavy duty EV plant in the United States. They're going to build over 20,000 buses here, creating 1,400 jobs, as Congresswoman Underwood mentioned. That is just the beginning. Understand that this battery technology that Congressman Foster talked about at Argonne National Lab is exploding. Thanks to the work that Congressman Foster has done, we've got $1 billion into the development of further battery energy research. A lot of it's going to come to Argonne. If you all don't get the ripple effects of that, call us. We're doing something wrong. But this is the technology of the future that's creating the jobs of the future. You've got the IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, who does a fantastic job of training people for these jobs of the future. My first election, I had my victory party up at IBEW, the 701 Hall up in Warrenville, just to the north. 134 is just over here. They've got this amazing training facility for making sure we have the talent right here in Illinois, so that as we build these community jobs, this is where they're going to be and where we're going to do it well. Governor Pritzker's REV Act that was mentioned before, and the CEJA, is making sure that everybody can afford to buy electric buses, electric vehicles, electric cars, the infrastructure, the tax credits to make sure that the supply chains get you a discount to do it, to make sure that those jobs come here. And the Infrastructure and Jobs Act that we mentioned is going to provide $7.5 billion with a B, for vehicle electrification. $150 million of that at least is going to come to Illinois to make sure that there's no community that has these buses but doesn't have the charging infrastructure. We are just getting started, folks. And the Build Back Better, which we haven't passed yet, but I led a letter with 89 of my colleagues 2 weeks ago to really ask the White House to center the reconciliation investments on doing that. We'll provide further incentives both for the chargers. What we did in the infrastructure bill, make sure we get chargers on highways. We need to make sure it's in local communities as well, folks who don't have garages at home. That's all in there. So we're going to keep pushing to get all that done. But I just want to leave you with thanks and gratitude. Thank you for building here. Thank you for producing a bus that makes sure that when children get off the bus, they're not breathing diesel fumes, they're leading to asthma and premature fatality on the back of that bus. Thank you for building a bus that doesn't emit carbon dioxide, so that we can give our grandchildren and our grandchildren's grandchildren the chance to live in a world that's the kind of world that we grew up in. Thank you for making every community a little bit richer because they don't have to pay for fuel anymore. And thank you for your patriotism, because everybody who owns one of these buses does not wake up saying, what crazy thing has Vladimir Putin done today to spike the price of oil? This is how we make sure that we insulate our economy from metro dictators everywhere. It's how we become energy independent. Thank you for doing it. Please don't stop. And with that, I will turn back to my friend.